All right, good afternoon. My name is Paul Stoddard. I'm the planning director for the City of Falls Church, and thank you for this opportunity to present the proposed fiscal year 2023 operating budget for the Department of Community Planning and Economic Development Services, or CPEDS. The department exists to improve quality of life and support the development of a safe city that balances economic, environmental, and social needs of current and future generations. The department is under the leadership of Director Jim Snyder, and then work is separated into three general functions. First is economic development, then planning and zoning, and then building safety and the permit counter. For fiscal year 23, the proposed budget includes 29.3 full-time equivalents, FTEs, that are supported by the general fund. This includes 12.3 positions for planning and zoning, 2 positions for economic development, and note there is a third position supported in economic development by ARPA funds, and then building safety and the permit counter with 14 full-time equivalents. This is a reorganization from last year's budget. Under the new organization, planning and zoning would be merged into a single unit, and building safety and the permit counter would be merged. This budget for FY23 does include 5 new positions spread across the various functions of the department, and those positions are requested and included in order to support key work plan items, largely development applications that are under construction or have been recently approved by Council for construction. The department budget includes approximately $3.8 million in staffing and benefits, and about $200,000 in non-staff expenses. To put this in context to other expenses in the city, the pie chart on the left is expenditures from the general fund by general city function. The community development wedge is noted as 5%. In addition to CPEDS expenses, that 5% also includes approximately $1.6 million for WMATA capital and operating expenses, as well as expenses of just under $1 million for urban forestry, the arborist, as well as the environmental coordinator, and approximately $150,000 for bike share operations. Revenues that support the department, obviously the general fund is one, but in addition to that, there's also funds from the building permit reserve, the tech fee, administrative fee that it's attached to building permits, as well as planning permits, and then capital grants, as well as the transit occupancy tax, the hotel tax. Major accomplishments in FY22 by work area: economic development, supporting the successful rollout of ARPA funds for business support, supporting the acquisition of housing in Virginia Village to promote long-term affordability, working with Kaiser Garage to open up the garage for retail parking, as well as the rollout of a wayfinding system throughout the city, and updating the city's fiscal impact model that's used for review of major applications. In planning and zoning, entitlements and oversight of the West Falls Church project, Broad and Washington, Founders Row 2, One City Center, and One City Center. Development of an East End small area plan was kicked off. The East End is the last of the city's planning opportunity areas to be reviewed for a small area planning exercise. And then supporting walkability and bikeability in a number of ways, pursuing and being awarded 3 technical assistance grants to look at various aspects of walkability throughout the city, applying for 2 construction grants, one of which was awarded for work along South Washington Street, completing or starting 2 neighborhood traffic calming cases, overseeing preliminary engineering for 2 trail crossings projects, providing day-to-day management of the city's bike share program, and overseeing spending of the WNOD dual trails effort, which recently wrapped up. Building safety and permit counter, largely focused on plan reviews and building inspections for the development going on throughout the city. In terms of the pace of that work, in calendar year 2021, 1,860 permits issued and 128 certificates of occupancy issued. Switching from last year to the upcoming year, major planned initiatives for FY23 include land development, again, the major projects that are going on throughout the city. Plan development, wrapping up the East End Small Area Plan and resuming the city's comprehensive plan updates. Last chapter was updated, I believe, in 2019. So looking to resume that work, and then related policy work that can support the preservation of affordable housing throughout the city. And then placemaking and livability initiatives funded out of ARPA funds, the TOT tax, as well as neighborhood planning efforts for neighborhood traffic calming, as well as residential permit parking. Those major initiatives would be in addition to core services that the department provides related to routine applications for land development, business support and tenant support, as well as compliance with the zoning ordinance. And then community engagement, a large part of what the department does every day. The department supports 9 different boards and commissions at the local level throughout the city, as well as regularly engaging with 6 different agencies or jurisdictions, either regionally or at the state level, and continuing to pursue outside funds to support community development, updating the capital improvement program, and applying for both construction as well as technical assistance grants. Unmet needs for the upcoming year. As I mentioned earlier, the proposed budget does include 5 new positions across the department to support upcoming activities, ongoing and upcoming activities. There is an unmet need for 2 additional positions within the department, one in building safety and the other in planning and zoning. In both of these positions, while the work areas are different, which largely support the same need, and that is to provide resiliency. The current staff is programmed at capacity to meet the current work plan and the major initiatives. So in the event of an unexpected illness or the loss of a staff member, that would impact obviously our project schedules. And also, since we are programmed at capacity, it leaves us with little to no flexibility to take on new projects or new opportunities that may arise during the fiscal year. And again, just to close, the major initiatives for the department, focusing on land development, long-range planning, and placemaking and livability in the upcoming fiscal year. Thank you again for this opportunity to make this presentation. Bye.